Hey guys, welcome back to Emlyn in the Mix Garageband episode 4. Today we're going to be looking at creating your own loops and putting them in the live loops player and then sequencing that. Alright, let's get stuck straight into it. You're on Emlyn in the Mix. Alright guys, so I've got Garageband loaded here and I've already got it open in the live loops section. And it's a brand new project, so there's nothing actually recorded. It's a totally blank canvas that we're going to start with here. So if we jump into new here, see you've got your packs here, all your different genres, but we're going to go straight into new today. And because we're going to be creating the loops ourselves, and we're going to show you how easy it is, and then how obviously easy it is to then stack them up and then sequence a track out of that. So let's begin by, I want to personally begin by selecting a rhythm or drums. So let's press the plus here, and then it gives us, do you want to do loops or instruments? I want to create our own thing, so I'm going to do instruments. Then we're going to go across to our drummer here. And of course, I'm going to go electronic, because I want to do an electronic beat. Alright, so let that load up there. Now it's already suggested something, put it in our loop if you have a look here in the top left corner. Depending on what style you want to do, you're going to choose a different drummer, right? So we click on layer here, we're already in electronic, we're looking at tech house, you've got EDM, you've got mainstream and dubstep, boom bap and trap. I want to do EDM today, so I'm going to actually select Magnus. Now, when we press play, that's going to fire off our loop here, and we're going to hear exactly what's been programmed by Magnus, but we can alter that because this is drummer. We can actually change, we can change the pattern, change what instruments are playing, what percussion are playing, sorry, and go from there. But let's have a play around with it right now. So here we go, this is what Magnus has got for us. I like a bit of swing in this. I want to keep going here. I want to make something a little less complex. Keep it simple. We'll drag this right over here. Take that off. And turn that fill down again. Alright, that's a perfect beat for an introduction of a song. So we're going to click out of our cell here, like this. And now to create our next sort of like evolution of the pattern, we just click our next cell like this. And we just press edit. And then we go back to our drummer here, clicking on this circle here. So now you'll see it's, for some reason, it's just defaulted to the preset here, glow stick, which is what we were using before. It may be too complex going from that cell to this. So let's just have a listen. We'll just program something in. Press play. Might add some extra stuff. Take that tom out, put some percussion in. Back, a little bit simpler. Alright, so that's a pretty nice variant of what we just had before. Let's go back out to our cells where we can actually play with our loops and just see if they're working together. So I'll fire this one off. Now it's not sounding too bad, right? Now we should be able to move these around. If you copy them, and then you can paste them as well. So we could even copy this one here. Oh, there we go. That's pretty cool. You can actually just hold and drag them across like that. But what I do want to do is, let me just edit here. This guy here can move there. And then this guy here, I want to copy him, and I want to paste him there. So there you go, I've got something, you know, on the way with our loops here. I've got two minimal sort of, you know, variants of our drummer using Magnus EDM sound. And then I've got a more complex variant of that drummer there. So next I want to add like a rhythm or a lead or something like that. So let's just go to the plus here and we'll choose the instruments. And let's have a look at what we got. I want a synth, maybe sound library, we'll come back to it. Got our keys, no. And, alchemy synth. There we go. Might be worth turning on my MIDI controller here. Trusty old MIDI controller to the rescue. Alright, got my nano key connected. Loving it. So let's find something here. Let's go to leads. Let's go to air horn anthem. That sounds cool. That sounds pretty cool. I like that sound. Might just change the color. Interesting. Alright, there we go. I've created something there that will work with our loop. So I'll just hit edit here, jump in here, and we go to edit, boom, click on that, edit that, and now we can see my piano roll of what I just recorded. Let's check it out. I can see there's some quantizing issues, so we're just going to fix that. Hit done here. Just hold that there. Now we should be able to go settings and quantization. Chuck it on the 16th note straight. That should be good. Let's have a listen to that. Alright, cool, something very simple indeed. So you can see how easy it is to just sort of create something very simple, we just press done to get out of there. And now we've created, we've got a beat here, we've got a little rhythm going. Let's get a little lead over the top of that. And then of course you could copy this. So you copy it and you could go paste into here, paste. So we have a different variant there. Alright, let's press plus here. Let's add a loop. So when we go to loops, it's going to take us to all of the loops that are featured in GarageBand. You can also just choose genre here. And because we're producing something in the EDM category, well, let's go to Electric House. That should fit in there. And we've got that's cool. I like that as a loop. Want that, so I'm just gonna pop that there. And then another thing that I'm gonna do that I really enjoyed was, actually we could even just put it here, couldn't we? Loops. Now we're still in Electro House. I really liked this, so I might actually put this here, and then I'm gonna come back here, I'm gonna copy this guy here, and I'm going to paste it here. Nice. Now lastly, all I want to do is I want to add a just a lead that's going to go over the top. We're going to go to the Alchemy synth here. We're going to play a single lead, jump into our presets, jump into leads. Let's have a look at what we got. So what I need actually, I just need to hear my cells so I can actually, oh, I can't do that. Hang on, go back. Alright, here we go. Now let's check that those loops are going good together. Yeah, good. Just back here, I want to set it down. Alright, so as you can see, I could just keep going and going and going and creating something, right? But we don't have all the time in the world for these GarageBand tutorials. I'll try to make them as quick as possible. So now what I'm going to show you is I'm going to make a really quick sequence. I'm going to show you that sequence. And I know I haven't got many elements here at the moment, but you can see just by, you know, mucking around, getting some loops, getting the drummer involved, getting all your elements, you can create something pretty cool, right? So let's, just for the sake of this video, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to sequence now, because all we have to do literally is press record, fire off the loops at will, and it will actually sequence a track. So we're going to do that right now. So here we go, get out of my mixer there, we'll go back, we don't even need to go back actually. Let's hit record, and then it's going to go into our sequencer. Here we go. Alright, so there you go, you can see I've just quickly fired off some loops and now we've sequenced it. So if we just press the top button up here to get back to our sequencer, now we can see exactly what I've recorded just using the loops function. The reason why I wanted to show you guys this today is just because it's such an easy function to create a song using the live loops feature to sequence, and in a new school kind of way, rather than just being a linear approach. The old school approach would be to write the thing and then put it down, it goes from left to right. Using loops is a bit more intuitive, a bit more creative, and I feel it's a bit more, well, it feels a bit more live actually. Even though I had barely any elements there, I could still have a bit of fun. And you can see here, it's all recorded. There it is there. And that'll go through. I can change where my playhead is going. There you go, you can hear exactly what I recorded at that moment in time. Alright guys, well that's all we have time for in the GarageBand tutorial today. A lot of fun. The live loop section is absolutely awesome, and you can see you can really get something, really build something up. And then once you're finished with this, and we're going to show you this in a later videos, you can actually export this out of GarageBand in the iPad and put it into Logic Pro X if you have that on your computer. Alright, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment section below, and that's it for me on Emlyn in the Mix. Alright, thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really appreciate the support, and till next time, peace out. Boom.